Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. Hit like, comment, subscribe, you know what to do. Be cool, city lights shining so bright. Fine dining lights feels right. Flights to places far from sight. Get right. Ruthless truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could go bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Underneath the neon glow, life is fast but take it slow. Every moment like a show. Let's go. Dancing through the night, we got energy flows we can't hide. Feel alive, we outside. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Moments fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Ruthless fleeting but we shine. In this rhythm we align. Time flies. Truth, yeah, ruthless truth. Get down, it could bad for you. In the city where we move, stay cool. Stay cool.
Hey, nobody bigger than the program.
What's up, YouTube? Back with another grazing topic. Now we finna get to this. I just was watching a show on the Lil Peep Network, and a woman was saying they're competing. They said they invented shit that we took from them. Woo, it was a battle. And these women are, women are competing. Women want to run the world. They want it all. They want men to bow to them. That's what men want. That's what women want. They want the same thing the men want, right? They want the power. Right? Women want to rule over men. That's what it seems like to me. It seems like there's a battle out here stirring. The women are pushing forward. But they're pushing, they come out the house, right? They were wash the man dishes, wash his clothes. Now they're trying to compete in a workplace. Now they're competing in the homes for equality. Feminism is the very act of competition. Women are using feminism as a way to compete with men. Let's check the video out.
The same thing has happened with women throughout history, where women's innovation was stolen by men and men got to take credit for it. So
okay,
now
let me know what innovation that
at this moment in life, and you're saying that men have created everything. No, they have not.
No, I did not say men created everything. What I said is most of the things that we currently have that have been built by a man. Your house, the roads, right? The places, the cars. I mean, these are things that the technology that we currently are in. This is something that
Wi-Fi was created by a woman.
What's that?
That out there. Wi-Fi was invented by a woman. So the very platform that we're on right now would not be possible if not for women.
I'm very
not on the space if not for women. I'm just saying, like, let's not,
No, but y'all misunderstanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that.
So there's an aspect of both of those statements that I can find somewhat problematic. So as far as the gentleman Trev. With that, we have to look at the power structure that is in the confines of marriage. And when we look at the confines of marriage for many women of the past, it was more so bondage for them, the inability to have bank accounts, the inability to support oneself, and the dominance of males. And I'm not saying that men are naturally malevolent creatures. This is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that a lot of really negative traits that men in the past have exercised over women has led to many women looking to escape the confines of marriage. Although marriage is a very wonderful thing and is a great thing for families, if there are a lot of men that are harming women, doing poor things to women, we're more than likely going to hear those voices. Just as we see today on social media, we have plenty of people complaining about the opposite sex, but you don't hear as many that are speaking up about the wonders of marriage. They kind of keep their butts offline and enjoy their marriage. So I can see where Pretty is coming from. But with Pretty, I think there has something to do with the state of economics. And when you force women to have to enter the market for nefarious reasons like wanting tax money and wanting to stimulate the economic system by having people put into it more, you're going to have to get the woman out of the home. And as we know, many of the groups, ideological groups that come out are CIA based. These are not all ground up things that we like to believe they are. They're coming from the government as psyops, or they're being infiltrated by the government as psyops. So we really need to take that into account and realize that what feminism might have been initially, it no longer is. And I really think at the heart of feminism is human rights.
I kind of agree with the ladies. I think that, leadership requires resources. Like, the family structure didn't disappear because women started working. That's not, I don't know why y'all make up this lie in your head. The wages had stagnated. It was factory and union jobs. There was a war. Like, women were needed. Communities were like economically destabilized at this point. I feel like economic power and stability is what will shape a family. So I feel like in this day and age, like, that's taking away feminism that's not going to help. I think that men have this idea in their head of like submission, right? Like, if women just turn around.
Man, what's up, Ariano? Man, this is a battle. The battle is brewing. The battle is brewing. Submission. Why would I submit to a nigga? This shit is finna get real. This is a battle of the sexes.
Tomorrow and submit to us, and everything's going to be perfect. That's not ever going to happen today or any day. It's not going to happen in 2025. If we went back, everything is going to crumble. We're not going to be successful. It requires the two people.
All right, go ahead, HD.
Oh man, this is good. So I'm interested in knowing from Pretty Intellectual, is it money or personality? Because you made that statement. You said that you first talked about personality. He needs to have personality. Why can't we focus on that? And then you transitioned to mostly talking about him not being a provider, and he's concerned or worried about being broke. Could you rate on that for me?
It needs to be both.
All right. So what's considered having money?
Being able to sustain yourself.
So you would say that's not a number?
Oh, I wouldn't say there's a number. There can't be a number because cost of living differentials are a factor.
Okay. So then why was 50,000 frowned upon?
No, I said 50,000 would not be able to sustain a household with 2.5 children in most states.
Oh, okay.
If women were to go home and somebody makes 50,000, they would not be able to sustain a household, 2 adults, 2 children, and a cat in most states.
But based upon what you said, it depends on the cost of living where you are, that the average is not necessarily going to be 50,000 in that particular area, right? So
But
if
in
it's
most states, that's not feasible.
right, but I'm saying in most, so you're saying that it's money and personality.
Mm-hmm.
So what comes in, where does character come in? Where does integrity come in? What is a plan, a vision? What about those things? Because money and personality cannot run a household.
Right. So
It doesn't, but see, and this is what us once again, we are delusional. As men, we think that this is what women are picking. We think, and once again, we have been entrapped by our own ego. We think when a beautiful woman look at us with a pretty smile, and she has conversations with us on the phone at night after some great, time together, that she's looking at us as, I really like him for him and only him. I don't care if he ain't got no money. I don't care if he never take me shopping. I don't care about those things. I care about him, solely him. And this is our delusion. This is our biggest threat. This is how we got to 2026 newly formed feminist movement. Because us men, ego says, this woman loves me because of my character. She don't want my money. She ain't never been a hoe. Not my boo. Well, how'd you know? Oh man, just the way she move, the way she move, how she rock with me. We are literally so caught up in and wrapped up in our self-worth and what we think we ought to be that we still think these women love us for just our genuine, good, moral spirit. And the women, even if the women are telling you that nigga get paid or hit the blade, even though these women are telling you by the divorce rate of 800,000 times a year, you're not making me better. Even though the women are saying we only need men for their resources, we as men, we think women love us for our character, for our personality. We think that's their soul. That's what put it over the top. We think these women are not competing with us for supremacy. Well, if that wasn't so, if women wasn't competing with us, then why is there happy wife, happy life? These women are, I don't know what to say, right? I feel like I sound like a broken record. I really do. I think men think they can still handle these women. Well, you definitely can't manhandle them. That'll put you in jail. So what are you gonna do? Yell at them as if they can't walk away from you? What is it that you can do to make them submit to your motherfucking leadership? when they are completely doing opposite of men's leadership.
So when you speak about like, if somebody is working, right? If somebody is gainfully employed, then unless they're a trust fund baby or a Nepo baby, they have some kind of wherewithal, which are driving factors in somebody being attracted to them, right? They probably have discipline, some kind of ambition. The integrity would be a part of it, unless they're just a swindler and it's an MLM scheme or something like that. Like it's usually a part of it. Like I would probably say that you'd find a lot of qualities in someone that's self-driven and self-motivated that you'd find to be some of those qualities, and then they have a personality, right? I just don't think it's one or the other. Life is a little bit more complex.
Maybe so, but I'm just going based upon what you all ladies said on the panel. You did not say integrity or character or have a plan or a vision. You talked about personality and money. And so what I would suggest is that the issue that I believe that I have with the statement about money and personality is that neither, like I said before, neither one of those can run a household. You're going to need a man that has a plan and he knows exactly where he's going and how he's going to get there. And the woman should be coming alongside him to make sure that happens. When you
What did you say? Wait, hold up. Let's take that back a little bit.
has a plan and he knows exactly where he's going and how he's going to get there. And the woman should be coming alongside him to make sure that happens.
Oh my gosh. To make sure it happens. What if it don't happen, nigga? What if it don't happen? What, she gonna slap the shit out of me? What this nigga just say? She needs to go alongside the man to make sure it happens? So who's the boss then, nigga? Is she putting is she holding the whip, nigga? Get your ass up. Who's holding? She need to go alongside him to make sure it happens. Meaning he needs to do all the work, all the footwork, everything, front the money, everything. And she's there snapping that whip. Are you serious? He just acquiesced it.
When you said that feminism, if it went away, then men wouldn't know what to do. Well, we all know that men make up pretty much everything that is considered construction, right? Men are the ones that actually built what it is that we're talking about. Am I wrong? There are very few women that have been inventors of anything.
So is it your inclination that because y'all are good at labor, that means you guys are good leaders?
No, we're internally better at leadership than women.
No, you're better at labor. Yeah, so
I think he's referencing the concept of infrastructure, mass infrastructure.
Yes, I understand labor.
Right.
So when you speak about infrastructure, yes, you guys can pick up the heavy materials, you guys can put them together, you guys can do that. However, ingenuity is not something that's specific to a man, right? The innovation is not something that's specific to a man. And as somebody who is Black, we're all Black on this panel, we all know how our innovation has been stolen by white people. The same thing has happened with women throughout history, where women's innovation was stolen by men and men got to take credit for it. So now
let me know what innovation that
at this moment in life.
They're competing. Nigga, we got shit. Y'all took from us too, nigga. Y'all ain't the only ones, nigga. This is a competition.
And you're saying that men have created everything. No, they have not.
No, I did not say men created everything. What I said is most of the things that we currently have that have been built by a man. Your house, the roads, right? The places, the cars. I mean, these are things, the technology that we currently are in.
What does that got to do with leadership? What that do with having a plan? You got worker bees, nigga. Then you got motherfucker. You got certain motherfuckers you got a couple of men, group of men, put all these plan together. You got the idea, then you got the architect, right? Puts it on paper. Then you get a whole bunch of men to build the house. What does that got to do with leadership?
This is something that
Wi-Fi was created by a woman.
What's that?
That out there. Wi-Fi was invented by a woman. So the very platform that we're on right now would not be possible.
I'm glad.
These women are competing. Oh, Wi-Fi. We wouldn't be able to talk like this for the very woman to prevent Wi-Fi. They're competing. They want to be looked as an equal or even greater in some cases. All Humble Dad is explaining is how men have been, the inventors for the most part have been, and they're coming back at him talking about, well, what do you mean? We made a Wi-Fi because it's competition. Women are competing for supremacy. They want to be looked at as equal or greater than the men they stand next to. This is why they're divorcing. This is why they're walking away.
I'm very
not on the space if not for women. I'm just saying, like, let's not,
No, but y'all misunderstanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that a man, you said that if feminism went away, men wouldn't know what to do. Is what she said. And so I'm arguing the point of how would that be possible, seeing as though men built the majority of the world as it relates to the labor, the infrastructure, the wars that were fought by men.
Okay, so I'll answer this way and then I'll pass the mic a little bit.
Damn, who run the panel? JR. You gonna let her cut him off like that and say, look, I'm anxious that I'll pass the mic? Hold up, bitch. I'm the host. Let him land his plane and then we'll go to somebody else. We'll give it to you later. She just came in, interrupted him, and said, well, I'm going to do this, and I'll pass the mic later. Like, I'm running this panel.
What you have created, right, is in this combination of patriarchy and capitalism, you've created two structures that cannot exist for a long time together, right? Patriarchy says that men in general should be able to have certain resources to provide for a family and a woman. Capitalism seeks to consolidate all wealth to the top. It does not seek to play fair. It does not seek to share. I mean, you're shaking your head, but are we not seeing that? That's
not what capitalism is, right? By definition, that's not what it is. Let
me finish my statement. So then I would say that you're completely wrong, because what we're seeing happening with capitalism right now is that things are becoming unaffordable and most men cannot sustain. So if we're going to deny that reality, then we are not having an authentic conversation at all. Because what we're seeing is that wages are not rising as fast as cost. So what is happening is capitalism is eating the possibility of patriarchy. Men cannot en masse provide. So when we're sitting here having these conversations, just understand it is not realistic down the line. You need feminism. If women were to all go home, this country would fall apart. You cannot remove 50% of a labor force and expect for there not to be an interruption that would take decades to even try to fix. And most of the men that we have here today are not the ones that built anything. Y'all were not the ones that did any of this infrastructure. You didn't design. You're not an architect. You are laborers in mass. There's men telling other men to get a trade and not go to school. So what is a trade? You're a laborer, right? That is okay. That's fine. I'm not shaming it. But what I'm saying is, if everything were to fall apart and women had to go home, there was no feminism, we can't have credit cards, this country would fall apart.
Well, wouldn't that also mean that men are under patriarchy just as much as women is? So why is there a necessity for feminism when it would just be a matter of human rights?
Since we're going to have, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. And the necessities of humankind. If men are suffering under that patriarchy, it's not a matter of needing feminism. It's a matter of heightening our level of human rights, because both are suffering under the guise of what patriarchy is, when really it's a system of classism that is crushing men and women.
Yeah.
What you said is
Feminism
true.
is necessary because people don't acknowledge humanity.
Wow.
Yes, but I don't see feminism as a necessity. I would say that it's more of a human rights issue than just a feminist issue. I mean, you can be a proponent for feminism. Ideologically, we could be one, but more than anything, it would need to be a human rights issue before it's a feminism issue, because both groups are affected. Men cannot even take care of their families as they once did before. That doesn't necessarily mean that the concept of a traditional way of living is wrong. It just means that with the modern day economy, it's very, very difficult to do so. So the problem is not necessarily just men, it's the powers that be. And if we unite with men, again, like I said, it wouldn't be a feminist issue, it would be a humanitarian, human issue.
Damn, thank you. She came in kind of. She was the equalizer. She came in and brought things back. So okay, well, shoot, the other women they was coming after the men heavy, competing, and she kind of brought them back down. Like, hold up, chill out. It's a human thing. Everybody's having problems here. Saw me in the show. Thank you for coming. Hit the like button. Till next time.